The was behind in 2000, quickly following Mr. Mooney, a Scots, had been equipped chief of Disney's customer means department. Connecting the business following 20 year at Eureka, he was work difficult to give oneself completely up to rate on each verge of the industry. The turned on departure to see a manufacture of Disney on ice pack, wherever drawing skaters depict Disney letter. Time queuing to get in, he noted how a large lot of the youthful girls, and as well their mothers, had dressed up in common Duchess dresses, to see loved Disney heroines, such as Snowing Whites, Cinderella and Aurora of A Sleep Beautiful. Disney didn't sell such dresses at the period, but Mr. Mooney once implemented how the business was lacking an extremely profitable stunt. I was permanent in link in mothers and daughters, all dressed chief to toe in Duchess insignia how they had done at household, says Mr. Mooney, 63. I told to a few of the mums if Disney done formal dresses love the would you buy them, and they all replied how they'd buy lot, so I rushed behind to Disney staff in Burbank, Los Angeles, and we start up the Disney Duchess episode cute rapidly. Not just did Mr. Mooney and his crew enter dresses relying on such worn out by Disney's top-known woman letter, they set to job on all of books to lunchboxes, dolls, periodicals, machine games, pajamas and necktie UPS in meal producers. The concept was to begin marketing mainly all how women Disney fans, both of youthful and ancient, might love to purchase, all showing one or more than Disney Duchess. By the end of 2001 turnover through the Disney Duchess channel were thing love $300 meter, and present it is more than rather than $6 bn a year, he says. The is not the successful in lifetime how Mr. Mooney could include dreamed of while he grew up in a justice building in the little Scotch city of Whitban, partway among Glasgow and Edinburgh. The son of a miner, he left Ward High School at 16 to boat train as an bookkeeper at his regional tire plant. Yet of the humble begin, he went on to act a key part in the increase of U.S. shoes and sports clothes business Eureka. And following his successful at Disney, he is now head execution at Great, that, for who has been an greedy guitar gamer with he was a adolescent, is his vision work. Following a quantity of year at the tire factory, Mr. Mooney switching to a as unglamorous younger accounting part at the regional metallurgical plant. Later elderly 25, in 1980, he took his at first stairs to the top of the U.S. enterprise planet while he attached to, and acquired, the job as head financial official of Eureka's UK transactions. In the interviewing, they didn't ask me whatever to do in my accounting backdrop, it was all on if I was a culture fitting, says Mr. Mooney. At the period Eureka was mainly marketing fleeing shoes, so to top know the industry and his means Mr. Mooney says he's switching of game soccer to running. I selected up fleeing while I united, and I include jammed at it always with, fleeing marathons about the planet, he says. Time Mr. Mooney's day job was a finance he begun to impression his bosses in his gut intuition for which shoes would sell especially so, and how Eureka could top sale more than of them. So lot so how Eureka UK switching him to chief of sale in 1982. 2 years after he was poached by the sale crew at Eureka's chief office space in Oregon, growing to the head sale official. Time at Eureka Mr. Mooney was a key engine over the introduce of specific bounded editions sneakers, while Inspire came to him at a set of traffic lights. I had be comparatively success, so I could provide to buy a really bad utilized Porsche 924, he says. Later a guy stretched up near me in a vivid amber 924, and I went, which the Hades is how? I found how it was a bounded publication release of the vehicle, and I wondered if how would job in shoes. It was a big successful. Following 20 year at Eureka Mr. Mooney says how Disney close him, and he left word for a crisp problem in 2000, take up the chief of customer means part. The top stance at Great accompanied in 2015, that Mr. Mooney says very is an honor for who already had a gallery of more than rather than 40 guitars. Time he says how Great's yearly circulation is a really reputable $500 meter, he wants to assist growth by reduction the quantity of human beings who offer up on hard to find out to act their guitar. This production has a retaining issue, he says. Several 45% of guitars we sell go to at first period buyers, part of whom are female, but 90% of all new players later leave the tool in the at first year. To assist more than human beings find out how to act their guitar, or later potential buy else, great startup great act recent year, on the internet guitar tutorials how are now utilized by 70,000 human beings. Mark Ritson, addition prof of sale at Melbourne Industry High School, says, Andy Mooney is an extraordinary head execution, he has a powerful sale backdrop, and has tested expert at first insight the customers his business community were targeting, and later with how expertise to enliven and increase rental income its part at great will be to do how once again. The reality how he acting a indicate guitar does him no damage each. While not lively at job Mr. Mooney now jams in several of his guitar heroes, such as Tom Morello of Fury vs. the Car, and Jim Origin of News. And he has swapped Scotland for Los Angeles' exceptional Hollywood mountain range. I do include to dash myself, he says.